Sure can. Hi, Ben.
Hey there.
I do have a degree from the University of Tennessee, so I was just
Right there.
if y'all have gotten your report yet. Saw something about Trevor this weekend.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't read it. Well, it's interesting.
Did the kicker ended up leaving? Did he actually?
Look, I don't
Or he put in the portal or whatever?
He went in the portal and jumped ship.
Yeah.
And he got in the portal and went wide right.
How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Did you have a good holiday?
You guys lost your quarterback.
Alabama lost their quarterback?
Yeah, he was going to go to the NFL, but then all the colleges started saying, we'll give you more than this.
Wow.
Really? I didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah, Miami supposedly 65
Good
million.
holiday.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Yeah. Kids are, well, I have one in college, one in high school, but the one that is in college is
I need
great to have her.
Wow.
Oh my
I
God.
had no
No, I
idea.
didn't know it got to that point. I'm sure.
I follow Jermaine Funny Man Johnson.
From college?
He's a huge Alabama fan. Who's now the public relations person.
Say, like, that's
He's great. And so I saw that today and I was like, oh.
where she lives.
Wow. I'll have to catch up on all that because I know there's been a lot going on
Thing.
in the whole transfer world and a whole lots of conversation about all that. So,
Well, what's crazy is I see John Varlas posting all these high school students announcing their transfers.
So he doesn't really think he would be interested.
is it you get a one-time transfer without?
That's where it is now. But I think that's just a toe in the water, I think.
So it's going to go the level. It's going to go the direction of college, probably.
My sister,
I believe
my
so.
sister lives there.
That's interesting.
Is it the freedom choice?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of time there.
Interesting.
But you're only going to get one automatic waiver, is that right?
Right now?
Yeah.
This for currently.
Now, I mean, that's
Unless the rules
If it's not, as long as it's not for sports reasons.
Figure out how to make it work afterwards, and
Yeah.
or if you're like, I can't.
Just that's the story of our life. Constant change, right? Everything changes.
there's a possibility. It has been
Perfect weather every day.
Oh, about eliminating
It's a lot to get. It doesn't really have
Yeah,
any of the
we've looked at that.
drawbacks in LA and San Francisco.
this for us.
Just lovely.
I need to actually. I haven't tuned into any of their rules meetings recently. I need to
Means
catch up on.
Ocean Beach.
3 schools that want to do a 3-school.
Not a bad setup.
I read the agenda.
Really?
You look out.
Like here locally or up
The
in?
house is upside down, so like
And I think
living room and stuff is on the second story. And they have like
It's the other side of Knox.
second story porch patio on both sides. And one side, the door, the ocean.
That's smart though.
The ocean. 'cause
That's smart to. I mean, to get you started. That's a good way to get you started.
Ocean views. And
So,
like
I mean,
Yeah, I'm such a nerd. I read Tito.
just
Still
doesn't,
way
he
agenda.
doesn't have a clue.
I haven't read. That's what I'm saying. I haven't behind.
I think he's
I haven't read it recently.
All in a minute popped up. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So they haven't. Oh, their meeting is this week.
Chuck didn't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I'll have to go catch up on it.
There, we never. We have both those perspectives.
Like in a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah.
whenever I go swimming, no matter when we all go swimming.
See, we'll follow the transfer portal stuff. We follow all the high school sports. It's all,
And if
it's
like,
all,
I need to get away, I can just
it's
go
all interesting.
park and stare at them.
What beach did you go to?
Usually, there's the, what is it? There's
So there
My work.
are
paragliding.
no roundabouts on our agenda, right?
She thinks they're gonna cut.
No.
Torrey Pines area?
But I've seen working with
I love going to visit.
our own internal.
I've spent a lot of time there over the years, and always have a great
I
time.
don't trust it to catch the things because it usually doesn't. It usually doesn't catch things.
That was a good beach community too.
Monterey is really cool. I love Big Sur. Big Sur's like, if I was, Big Sur. It's the house in the woods.
Yeah, you get both, right? Like the mountains, the redwoods, and the ocean.
Especially if I was on this side of the highway. Maybe my back, I'd even have a trail to the ocean.
Anything remarkable. Oh. All right, I have 5:45. I will call the meeting to order. If everyone would stand for a moment of silence in the pledge. If you'd face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Recorder, if you call the roll.
Chair Laura Harrison.
Present.
Vice Chair Jeremy Burnett.
Here.
Michelle Childs.
Here.
Keith Acton.
Present.
Deborah Thomas.
Present.
We do have a quorum. I would like to welcome everyone to our January business meeting. Due to the holidays, we did not have a work session this month. I also would like to say a hello to Commissioner McCarter. Thank you for being here at our meeting. Dr. Horrell, will you lead us through our agenda?
Absolutely. The first item on the agenda is the opportunity for public comment.
Does anyone from the public have any comments? Hearing none, next item.
Next item is the superintendent's report. I'll report just a few things. We will be closed. The school system will be closed in observance of MLK Day on Monday of next week. We are, I'll note this, we will be watching the weather here over the next couple of weeks, and I'll just go ahead and preemptively answer the question. If anybody has the urge to ask me, do you know that it's snowing? The answer is yes. There has not been one time in 12 years I did not know it was snowing. No, I'm just kidding. People make sure that I know if there's the slightest amount of precipitation coming. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. We don't know of anything coming up on the short term. Already, certainly when we come back from the break, we start looking ahead to the next year, to the 26-27 school year. We're having preliminary budget conversations so we can start bringing recommendations to the school board, as they're very familiar with, and certainly as the school board has priorities, they will start sharing those with me, and in some cases already have. Wanted to note we had an outstanding day of basically teacher in-service on January 5th. The teachers and staff enjoyed a day back before the students returned and definitely made productive use of that day. There were a lot of great sessions talking about academic standards, but also just opportunities to collaborate within departments and make sure that they were prepared for the next semester. So we appreciate the engagement of the teachers and the administrators that put that in place. And our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. DeLoso, is here, who was a big part of that planning. So thank you for working with the principals on that, Dr. DeLoso. And we are looking ahead to a second District Learning Day on February 16th, which will be President's Day. On President's Day, students are out, and the teachers and many staff members will be in that day. So we'll take advantage of that as well. Board adjacent news, the SCOPE conference applications have been released to students, so they have the opportunity to participate in the SCOPE conference, which is a TSBA sponsored leadership conference focusing on educational issues. We've been very well represented in the past, and look forward to those applications coming in. We've have had a number of questions about the Lakeland Preparatory School split, and appreciate those questions that have come in, and they will help shape our planning. And I will put a little bit of pressure on the board. The name selection for the middle school will be on the February agenda. Right? Yes, it will. And, and the board will have to make the decision on what that name will be for Lakeland Middle School. That may be one of the toughest things that the board decides this year. Certainly lots of different approaches and angles to that. So appreciate that. If the board has any questions or would request updates on anything else, I'm certainly open.
Are there any questions for the superintendent? Hearing none, next item.
All right, next item is the monthly financial summary, and I'm going to invite Tristan Gately-Sweat up if you have anything you'd like to say on the financial summary. We do have a couple of items that are on the discussion action, so we'll hear from Mr. Gately-Sweat a couple of times. There may not be much to report here on the financial summary, but.
Yeah, not much to report. Thank you for obviously continuing to ask questions and allowing us the opportunity to kind of show how we're executing on the budget that you adopted. Just looking, I mean, we're trending right on track with where we would expect to be across the board. If you'll see some of the service areas that were trending a little bit higher early in the year due to contracts and services that were executed in July have now started to regulate, much closer to the mean.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Gately-Sweat. And certainly if there are any questions from the board.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Gately-Sweat? Hearing none, next item.
Thank you. And I will note that monthly finance report is posted to the agenda if anybody would like to review it. The next item on the agenda is the legislative liaison update from Ms. Childs.
Ms. Childs, I'm betting with the session starting, you probably have a lengthy updates coming, so I will turn the floor over to you.
Well, it'll be kind of brief. The biggest thing is tomorrow at noon, the Tennessee General Assembly will convene for the second year of the 114th General Assembly. So each legislative session lasts 2 years. So if there were bills that did not get passed and they are still active, since it's all considered to be one session from last year carried over. The other part I wanted to mention is that we've heard already, as I mentioned last time, we had visits from our legislators that were very generous with their time and came and saw us. And we have heard and read in the paper that the vouchers and Freedom Scholarship will also be a topic that gets taken up again. And so I did want to give you a little bit of information because, as we know, there's 3 type of voucher programs in the state of Tennessee. One is the oldest that's been around for a while, that's about special education students. And then there's an ESA one, and that one only includes 3 school districts across the state. And then there's the Education Freedom that was passed last year. So the ESA one, recently the comptroller did quite an extensive audit of the program, or audit is probably the wrong word, but like a study of that program, and it just came out. And some of the interviews included information about both the ESA and the Education Freedom. So I did want to give an update after reading this extensive report today. So on the ESA, teachers are not required to hold a Tennessee license because like private schools that are in categories 2 and 3, that's not a standard that they have to meet. And so part of that requirement with like how public schools have to operate is we have to have a really specific type of background check done. And so with the ESA vouchers, all of the schools, even if they're not a level 1 private school, they still have to do the same background check that public schools have to do. And so it turns out that the Tennessee Department of Education has not been monitoring that, so it's very unclear if those background checks are actually taking place for ESA recipients. Most of the students are from Memphis, even though it is for Memphis, Shelby County schools, Metro Nashville, and Hamilton County, but the majority of the students are local in Memphis. Most of the students scored worse in their private school setting than their public school setting, and the ones that withdrew, either involuntarily or voluntarily, returned to public schools. Another thing that the comptroller's report found out is that one of the biggest indicators that they look at is parent satisfaction survey, but then they don't publish what percentage of parents fill out the parent satisfaction survey, which was only 15% last year. So 85% didn't even complete it, and they also do not ask parents who have been involuntarily, which means private school put them out, or voluntarily withdrawn, which could be they couldn't afford the additional tuition prices. They do not include them in the satisfaction surveys. So the comptroller felt that the satisfaction surveys are quite skewed. And let's see, I think that was the majority of it. So, and I will say that when they interview private schools, they express concerns about having to perform the TCAP for ESA students, and they don't have to for the Freedom Scholarship, and they also had concerns about the background checks.
Any questions for Ms. Childs? Hearing none. Thank you for that comprehensive report. I'm sure that we'll have lots more with the assembly convening tomorrow. We'll have lots more at our next meeting. So thank you for your thorough work you do every time. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Next item.
Actually, if the board is okay with this, I'm going to invite Mr. Gately-Sweat back up. There was one item we had discussed I wanted him to give you just a brief update on, and that is the facilities assessment for Lakeland School System, a comprehensive facilities assessment. This was part of the board's 5-year strategic plan, and the board did budget for this, but we've made some progress in terms of moving forward with this, and I've asked Mr. Gately-Sweat just to kind of give an overview of what's going to be happening over the next couple of months here. So.
Thank you, Dr. Horrell. We held a kickoff meeting with Bureau Veritas, which was selected to conduct the facilities condition assessment. We held a kickoff meeting on the 9th of January, just this last Friday. We met with them virtually to kind of start to map out the process and kind of look, see what that would look like, to discuss next steps. We're going to share site plans and other data with them through a Google Drive folder, just so they have access to that, so they can start just kind of seeing the condition of our layout and see kind of the work that we've done previously, check our capital improvement plan as it sits, with a tentative plan of welcoming 1 to 2 inspectors on site. This will be at LPS, LES, and the district office, beginning in February. The final reports would then be expected to be provided to us within a couple of weeks following the conclusion of those on-site visits. What this looks like is they will send a couple of inspectors to come in and kind of overview the entire facilities, check all of the buildings, the roof, walls, windows, foundations, infrastructure, parking lots, sidewalks, landscaping, utilities, heating and cooling systems, plumbing, electrical, fire safety, and then also do an inventory of those systems. They'll print out these barcodes, and they'll put one on each HVAC system, every system that we have, and basically give us a comprehensive catalog. That would be like the first deliverable, a comprehensive catalog of all of our equipment, the age of it, serial numbers, everything that we can, would need to know about that equipment if we did need to replace it. The second thing is it would provide an analysis of the condition of that equipment and all those building and the components. And so what this allows us to do is plan ahead a little bit better to understand what do we need to expect to spend to maintain our facilities in their current condition or improve their condition to ensure that we don't rack up a significant deferred maintenance cost over the next 5, 10, 15 years. So it just gives us a little bit better horizon and allows us to plan ahead in terms of what does it cost to maintain the incredible facilities that we do have to serve our students. But you certainly don't want to look up in 5 or 10 years and say, well, we should have replaced this, this, and this, and now, it's $7, $8 million. Kind of plan for that throughout, for each year, just plan ahead a little bit better.
Any questions for Mr. Gately-Sweat? Yes.
So if they're going to be on site in February, do we think we would have a grasp of things that might be in the next budget cycle, in the upcoming budget cycle?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And that was kind of one of our motivating factors from the beginning, kind of get them in as early as possible. We want that final report. We want that to be part of the budget conversations to know what does the report say. We know what we may want to replace and what we may need to do with our limited CIP funding, but this gives us an idea of these are the systems that are approaching their end of life, and we need to be planning to replace them at the bare minimum. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Thank you again
right.
for your comprehensive report. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dr. Horrell, next item.
All right, we will now move on to the approval of the agenda.
All right, I'll make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Is there anything anybody would like to add to the agenda, move from the discussion to the consent agenda, or any changes anybody would like to make to the agenda? Yes.
Madam Chair, if I could request that item 5 on the consent agenda be moved down to item 9 on the discussion action. There's an amendment that Ms. Childs recognized and would like to get before the board. It's fairly minor.
All right, so I'll make a motion to move item number 5 from the consent agenda to number 9 on the discussion action. Is there a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? So the agenda is amended, and we are back on approval of the amended agenda. Any more items? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the amended agenda say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The amended agenda is passed. Dr. Horrell.
Next item is the consent agenda. The consent agenda now has 7 items.
I'll make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there anything anybody wishes to remove from the consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. The consent agenda is approved. Dr. Horl, next item.
Next item, as we move into the discussion action items, we have a discussion item, which is review of annual OPEB actuarial valuation.
Dr. Horl, I don't think this requires an action.
It does not require action the way we've got it presented, and I'm going to ask Mr. Gately Sweat to come back up. This was only supposed to happen twice, but I forgot one of his presentations. Here he is for the 3rd time.
It's okay.
If you wanted Tristan Gately Sweat, tonight's your night.
Yes.
You're going to hear from him a bunch.
All right. So we provided the annual OPEB report that Nyhart prepares for us for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2025 to you. It's a pretty comprehensive report, but first I want to draw your attention to page 3, which shows the executive summary for the previous 2 years.
And can I add some just context real quick, Mr. Gately Sweat?
Yes, sir.
Because most people don't know, or a lot of people don't know, OPEB stands for Other Post-Employment Benefits. So this has to do with health insurance subsidies for those who are basically retired from Lakeland school system. So many of these came along when we took over the school system from Shelby County Schools, and these employees held on to these benefits from that prior service. So there are certain future obligations that, as the board knows, the board has been, I think wisely, as we will find out, investing into those funds so that we don't wind up with deferred obligations.
Absolutely.
So can I ask, just for clarity, it's page 3, the executive summary, not like page, when you scroll through it, the title counts as one page. So is it like, it's page 5/3, is that right? Do I have
That's
it right?
right.
Okay, I
Yes,
just want to
ma'am.
make sure I was on the right
Yes, ma'am.
page.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't like when they put the sub pages on the front.
Yes.
Just call the first page,
Yes.
page 1.
Yes.
Thank you for that. So the executive summary shows the previous 2 years. And while total liabilities increased year over year, you'll notice that the net liability, and importantly the funded ratio, became more favorable. And this is obviously due to the continued commitment made by the board to catch up on funding the OPEB fund. The commitment is made clear on the second table of page 3, where annual funding transferred from the school's general fund to the OPEB fund was $313,000 in the previous fiscal year. Whereas the ADC, which is what the actuaries determine as the contribution needed to maintain the fund, was only $225,000. So that additional funding is adding up pretty quickly and creating a funding ratio that's certainly in the school system's favor. This will allow the funded ratio to reach 100% really within the next couple of years. So this is obviously in pursuit of the goal of having a self-sustaining OPEB fund for the remaining participants in that plan. And eventually, the general fund will not have to foot the bill that through, investments within this fund, it should be self-sustaining. We're not quite there yet, but certainly moving in the right direction. So just really quickly on the next couple of pages, I believe they are 5 and 6. So I'm not sure what the math would be, 7 and 8 maybe of the actual report. This shows even more historical context. So this reviews the 10-year trend of the funded ratios or the net liability as a percentage of the covered payroll, if you like to see it the other direction. And it goes all the way from the funded ratio in 2015-16 was 5.7%. And in 24-25, it's 84.5%. That just shows, that's really all you need to know about the context and the progress that has been made in funding this fund and reaching, very soon, reaching that goal of having a self-sustaining OPEB fund. Just a couple of notes that we got from the Nyhart manager specifically. The post-65 premium rates and healthcare trend rates in the country came in higher than expected, which did result in an increase in liabilities. Once again, our funding was higher than the actuarial lead defined contributions, so we still met more than met the goal there. The discount rate was updated from 6 to 6.5% to reflect current market conditions. This resulted in a decrease in the total liabilities for the year. And so finally, I'm recommending that this board continue to pay the OPEB retiree premiums, the pay-as-you-go funding, and contributing $150,000 from the school's general fund to the OPEB fund in the current fiscal year. And both of these payments were included in the budget that you adopted in the prior year, so they wouldn't require any further action.
Any questions or
all I got.
discussion?
I will also add for
Yes.
context, just I think it's important that folks understand this. This board was very aggressive in funding this on the front end. So we did have some years where I remember in particular where the board was putting $700,000 in a year of fund balance towards this in the goal of investing in the trust that we are a part of. There's a TSBA OPEB trust that we invest in, and we have seen good return on that investment. So with those steady contributions, we're getting, as Mr. Gately Sweat said, within striking distance. So I think another example of the board being fiscally responsible and making sure that we're investing in a way that we don't wind up with unfunded liabilities in the future. So,
Go ahead.
Just based upon the math, do you feel like we'll be fully funded in 4 to 5 years?
Definitely within that time frame. I would think so, just based on the current trends, continuing to do the pay-as-you-go expenses and the $150,000. If at any point the ADC comes in maybe a little higher than we had anticipated, I would certainly come back and just ensure that we knew all the information and, could potentially fund it a little bit higher in that particular year if we felt it necessary. But yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Burnett.
I'm asking a question I don't remember the answer to, but what was the percent funded at the onset of Lakeland school system?
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
So I think that's important for the public to know. It started at zero, and thanks to the members of this board that have been on here for a while, it is on tune to be funded fully in the next few years.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Any more discussion on this item? Thank you again for being here. I appreciate always your thoroughness and your presentation and the information that you give us. I really appreciate the work that you do, and I know this board does too. So thank you on behalf of this board.
All right, thank you. I'm sticking around in case I need I'm back up.
Accept
We'll
the
call you up
challenge and
again.
not call you
We'll
up
just
again.
call you up randomly. It'll be okay. All right, Dr.
right.
Worrell, next item.
Okay, the next item is election of school board chair and vice chair.
I'll make a motion to get this item, I'll make a motion to get the chair nomination on the board. Is there a second?
Second,
I have a motion and a second. Are there any nominations?
I'd like
Well,
to nominate.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think that Mr. Acton and I are both of the same mind. We're saying the same thing, but we would like to co-nominate Ms. Harrison.
All right. Is there any other nominations?
Read my mind.
So we have a nomination and we have, I guess, a second for that since we have the two of them.
I move to close nominations.
So the nominations are closed. All in favor of Laura Harrison as the school board chair?
She accepts.
Yes, I will accept. All in favor of Laura Harrison as the school board chair, please say aye. Aye. Any objection? Hearing none, motion passes.
Is that awkward for you, Ms. Harrison?
It really is. It's very awkward. It's hard to talk about yourself in the third person. I'm not very talented at that. So, all right. So I'll make a motion to approve or select the vice chair. Is there a second?
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
I get the honor this time?
Yes, you can have the honor this time.
Okay. Mr. Burnett, will you accept the nomination?
I would be happy to. Thank you, sir.
Well, I will second that nomination. Are there any more nominations for vice chair? Hearing none, I will move to close the nominations. All in favor of Jeremy Burnett as the vice chair, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Burnett.
You too, Ms. Harrison.
All right. Next item, Dr. Horrell.
Congratulations to you both. Next item is approval of new policy 2.205, unassigned fund balance and cash balance, second reading.
I'll make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. Horrell.
Yeah, this was thoroughly discussed at last month's meeting, but it does require two readings because it's a new policy.
Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item is approval of various committee appointments. We have 4 committees needing appointments.
Do you want to take them one at a time? Is that all right?
I think that's appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I will make a motion to approve the disciplinary hearing committee authority. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the disciplinary hearing authority. Dr. Horrell, do you want to speak to this, or are you fine with the names being listed? Yes.
Just one quick question. This is for the whole year, so this would be through till next year when we do this again?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right.
Dr. Horrell, the names are listed in the agenda, so the committee is specified as to who everybody's, or who
Yes,
we
for
are
the first
nominating.
two, the names are listed.
Okay.
So it is Kim Pickens, Matt Adler, Kim Lewis, Dorian Brown, and Tawana Smith.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item is the appointment of independent hearing officers. We
I'll
have-
make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second? We have a second. All right, Dr. Horrell, can you read the names?
Yes, these are actually attorneys in the community that agree to be on standby in case there is a employee hearing that's required, and they are Tom Miner, Deborah Owen, and Sam Jackson have agreed to continue in this role.
Is there any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item is the policy committee.
I'm going to make a motion to nominate Deborah.
I'm going to second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second for Deborah, and then we have,
The remaining members that have agreed
Yes.
to serve are Kim Lewis, Tammy Beauvais, and Dorian Brown.
all right, so the nominations are closed. Is that fine with everybody? Will you accept?
I will accept, yes.
Okay, all in favor of Deborah Thomas and the remaining members that Dr. Horrell mentioned, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Next item is the ethics committee.
I'll make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. Horrell.
I'll give the context. The Ethics Committee consists of one community member. Adam Henry has agreed to continue with that role. It consists of the chair by policy, so that would be Laura Harrison, and then there is one liaison to the Ethics Committee that is also a board member. Last year, it was Jeremy Burnett.
All right. Is there any nominations for the other member from the board that is a part of the Ethics Committee? Jeremy, would you like to serve again?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'll nominate Jeremy. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a nomination of Jeremy as a motion and a second, and we also have Adam Henry, and by policy, the chair serves. So everybody clear on the committee? All right, all in favor of the committee, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
The next item is just informational. We put it on the agenda because the board members will be signing their code of ethics as they do annually. There's no action required other than the board members signing them.
All right, everybody, make sure you get your boardsmanship code of ethics turned in by the end of the meeting. Next item.
Next item is also a placeholder/reminder for board members to submit their disclosure of statement of interest if applicable.
And that is on the State of Tennessee website, and if you need a link, we can send you a link. Next item.
Next item is to finalize plans for the TSBA Legislative and Legal Institute.
And this is formerly known as Day on the Hill?
It's
Formerly known?
formerly, yes.
Yes, formerly known
yes.
as Day on the Hill.
That's correct.
All right, so make sure everybody turns their plans into summer on if you're attending. I think some people have and some people haven't. So if you haven't, make sure
Who do you have down, Summer?
I have you and Ms. Childs.
Okay,
Yes, and Dr. Hall.
okay.
And I will not be able to go.
Ditto.
Ditto.
Okay,
Perfect.
sounds like we're nailed down.
Perfect. I
Okay.
love it when a plan comes together.
That's why
Dr.
we
Horrell,
do it
next
this way.
item.
Next item is a review of Policy Manual Section 2.
Ms. Thomas.
I heard back from my committee, and they have nothing at this time. I just want to reiterate, we are supposed to review the policy manual every 2 years, but we review it every year. So we always have eyes on it, and we have a representative from each grade band at the schools. So it's really important work, and thank you to Ms. Beauvais and Dr. Brown and Ms. Lewis.
I will say thank you. I've been on that committee before, and it is not light work, and it's not easy work. So thank you for all the work y'all do. It is arduous, and I appreciate y'all very much. All right, Dr. Horrell, next item.
Next item is approval of update to 2526 LSS required fees list.
I'll make a motion to get this item on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and Dr. Horrell, you want us to amend this, correct?
I do, and I'll just read through the amendments we're requesting, and we will update it on the website so it's clear. This is mainly just to clarify some language. So on the fees list, we would like to replace 5 through 6 winter musical cast fee with middle school winter musical cast fee. We'd like to replace 5 through 6 winter musical crew fee for middle school winter musical crew fee. 7 through 10 fall production cast fee with high school fall production cast fee. I'd like to replace 7 through 10 fall production crew fee with high school fall production crew fee. We'd like to replace 9 through 12 spring production cast fee with high school spring production cast fee, and replace 9 through 12 spring production crew fee with high school spring production crew fee. And I want to acknowledge that if you say crew fee and cast fee enough times, it starts to sound like you're not saying real words, but that's my experience.
It's kind of like saying amended agenda. You got to think about it. All right, so I'll make a motion to substitute what was published on the agenda with what we got in email, which are...
Repeat that, please.
No. I'm not going to repeat it. With the items that Dr. Horrell, and it's the clarifications and removing the grade bands. Everybody has a copy of it in your email. So I'm going to make a motion to substitute that. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the amendment? All right, all in favor of the amendment, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are back on the main motion of approval of the school system fees list for 25-26. All in favor of approving the amended item, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item is approved. Next item.
Next item is announcements.
Are there any announcements? Hearing none. Is there a motion to adjourn? We have a motion, and I'll make the second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?